ask you, how is Leslie and how is Moises and Enzo? Can they play versus Crystal Palace?
No, Enzo no, but hope Mo yes. Today was better. Was yesterday arrived to the was positive in flu and was high fever, and that is why we isolate and yes, hope that tomorrow can train a little bit and be ready for Palace.
What about Leslie? Sorry, what happened to him?
Leslie, now we need to assess him tomorrow,
What
but I think he feel again in his hamstring. Yes, I think yesterday, before yesterday, we were talking in the press conference. No player when came from injuries always is about to be careful in the way that we introduce. But we were forced with the problem of Moy to play with him because Romeo wasn't also available, and yes, that was a difficult situation because it's a player that now we are going to miss. Hope that it's not too much, but in a busy period like now, we need all the players.
I saw a stat where you have you always had 8 players out in every match so far this season. You know, you've been quite unlucky with injuries. You know, that's really hard to cope with, isn't it? To get the results you need.
Yes, I think that this is really frustration. The frustration is there and the disappointment. We are working really hard. I promise to all the people that we work so hard, and the medical staff and the performance area is working really hard to try to anticipate and avoid all this type of problem. But sometimes it's profile, sometimes it's bad luck, sometimes it's situation. You know that is not the same for a 19, 20-year-old guy that arrived from France, like in that case Leslie, and we expect that he play and perform for Chelsea on the Premier League. That is why it's important to not to put too much pressure, but I think it's things that we need to think for the future.
Okay, we'll go to Dan.
Mauricio, what did you make of Nkunku's full debut this afternoon, and pleased with the goal as a positive?
Yes, I need to be positive in few things, and this one is a good things for him. His debut on Premier League and score. Yes, I think he's happy, but at the same time we are so disappointed because we didn't win and we lose the game. And now, yes, we need to move on. It's good for him now, more minutes. He now start to understand what it means to play in Premier League because teams are very aggressive and the football is completely different to in another country. And yes, he needs to adapt little by little. The score and it's going to help him to adapt quicker.
Where do you see his best position?
Sorry?
Where do you see his best position?
No, I think at the moment, because he's coming from injury, I think it's more like 10-9, no, in that position, more than the or left or right side, like a winger. I think at the moment I think to cope with the demand of the Premier League and what the team needs is more in this few positions.
And just final one from me. You mentioned the mix between the experience and young players. How close do you think you are to balancing the mix?
I think the balance is going to arrive when, like your colleague said before, to have all the players fit should be the moment to find the right balance. I think at the moment we are, with all the circumstances, we try to compensate the team. That is why from the beginning of the season that you say maybe the average is 8, but maybe 10, 12 players were out. It's always about to provide the balance and to find solutions every single game. Yes, I think will arrive the moment that we'll be all ready, and in this moment, we will going to find the best balance in between all of them.
Rob, you okay?
Hello.
It's your last home game of what's been quite a difficult year at the club. What will you demand from your team?
No, I think we need to win, we need to perform, we need to compete better than today. I think the performance from the beginning of the season is not bad. I think we can say it's very good, but in terms of competing, I think we are on the bottom. That is why we are not in a position in a table better. And in football, it's about to have all the knowledge, the quality, the setups, in the way that you press, in the way you play from back, building from back, and everything. But at the end, in some point in football, during 90 minutes, you need to compete, and that is in the moment that you need to show in the way that you can, to play another football. And I think we need to improve there. And improving there is about to have all the players. It's about to spend time with them and to spend together. And yes, it's about now to finish well, winning the game, and then to go to Luton and then start the new year with different feelings.
Level on points with Wolves and Bournemouth at the moment. How far away from the targets, the ambitious targets, I guess you might have set at the start of the season, do you feel at the moment?
So far away. I think, to be honest, our target was to be on the top, even if no one believed. But of course, with all the circumstances, I think we are in a position that fighting for different things. Yes, we are Chelsea because our history and everything. The demand is to be on the top, but at the moment, being realistic, we need to increase in the way that we compete if we want to win more games than lose. You're welcome.
Mike?
Mauricio, with January coming up, is this the squad that you want to be working with for the rest of the season, or do you think that it could be small changes to the squad?
No, that is a thing to talk, sporting director, owners, and all together. We are open like all the clubs, to do things if we believe that we need to do. If not, but I think my focus now, the most important, is to recover the players and to fix many things that are going on from the beginning of the season. If you are going to see the squad for the next game, we are going to miss more than 8 maybe players, no first team player. That is why it's really disappointed and frustrated that we cannot use all the players in the same time. And that is why sometimes this up and down on the result. But I think it's like all the team, we are doing our job and see what happen.
Okay, 2 more questions.
You talk about the understandable frustration some players have at their individual yellow cards, but it's 5 today and you have more yellow cards than anyone in the Premier League. Do you think that is representative of a lack of discipline?
No. It's representative of that we play for Chelsea. We are in a big club. You feel the pressure, and when you are frustrated and you don't have maybe the experience, that another teams, you made a mistake. And the frustration, sorry?
Did you say sometimes when you don't have...
Like a team, yes. Sometimes we are missing some, in this area, I think is in the way that we need to improve. But I think if you say Palmer is playing for us first, I think it's his first season regularly in the Premier League, and it's normal. He's playing for Chelsea, and the expectation of Chelsea is to win. But I think it's about, of course, it's frustrating because we are getting too many, because the player care, because the player want to win, because they are frustrated. Yeah. And I think it's not the discipline, it's more about that we need to be in another position and to be to have more the capacity, to read the situation on the game, and then only with time and with games that is going to happen.
Okay, final question.
When you came in to the club and you accepted this challenge, when you look back now, is it a harder challenge than you thought? About the same, or is it too many injuries and too many suspensions to be able to analyse?
I think it's, of course, we knew that it's going to be tough, the job, but never, because of all the circumstances that you are describing, I think it's make worse the situation. Too many important players out, too many circumstances that's going on from the beginning of the season that is not in our hands, and that is the problem, and that is make us very disappointed and frustrated. But in the same time, it's a good challenge. It's a good challenge because I think, of course, we are all disappointed because we are Chelsea, but I think with this new project, it's about to know people, to know the player, to know everyone how behave in a different circumstance, and of course, to have an idea for the future, because it's really important to see the profiles of the player, how they can cope, with the pressure to play for Chelsea, because we have experienced players, yes, but we have a young squad also that need to fill the Premier League, and that is really important thing.
Okay, we'll end it there. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.